Dino.
What up?
And this is Mecha.
What up? It's Dino.
So Dino turned into a bird, which is why he sounds like a duck.
What up?
Right now, I'm currently trying to kind of kill this guy who has a little cargo because I just want to get him because it's part of GTA. That's what we do. So I wanted to bring up, man, the trailers. Why the heck do people release trailers, bro, before the game even comes out, like 5 years in advance? 10 years in advance sometimes.
Wait, are you talking about trailers or teasers?
Trailers, it doesn't matter. For a game that's not going to come out in, like, ages.
Like Final Fantasy VII?
That's some bullcrap. Yeah, like Final Fantasy VII. Man, there's so many games, dude, that, like, it's just annoying as heck that they do that. And I never understood why. Like, I mean, I can name them off, but I'll let you kind of just give me some games that you think were like that, or if you can't think of any, man, I got a whole list.
Oh, there's tons of games. I mean,
okay, for me, well,
every EA is nothing but half the games that don't get released. There's a study that shows like only about less than half of the games that are shown in E3 actually get released.
Oh, you mean by EA?
Delayed,
EA did
canceled.
That. They kind of...
Or no, E3, just during E3, games in general. So like this E3, a great example is the one things I don't care for are cinematic trailers and teasers. There's no point for them. One, the cinematic trailer doesn't do anything to the game, and a teaser is just revealing that you're working on something, but it's probably not done. That's how I see it as.
Well, I mean,
a trailer, if it shows actual game footage, that's what I see a trailer for. That's your chance to shine. But a teaser and a cinematic trailer, they're pointless in today's era.
I'll name off some games that are coming out, and we'll kind of look at, should they release some information? Should they not? Okay, should they have? All right, so one of them was a major one that was this E3 was for me was Metroid Prime 4. Okay, so they released the logo. Now, that's a total teaser, and it's not even a teaser. It's just like them telling you. Yeah, you might as well just told us.
That's what a teaser is. It's just like if it's just a logo, it's considered a teaser.
Or what it, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's a teaser. There's no point for teasers.
I'm not arguing.
The teaser is just
I'm just saying, like, the fact that they released this logo. Now, this is a good thing, though. See, this is one of those things where, like, this was good. This was not a bad idea, and Nintendo needed to do this, okay? Because Nintendo is trying to drive sales right now for their Switch. It's doing decent, I guess. It could do better, and I think it will do better with the coming months because this year they're releasing quite a bit of games. And so
Skyrim,
them releasing Metroid Prime 4 is kind of them saying, like, look, you buy the Switch, we're gonna give you this. And that's like I guess Metroid Prime really, or Metroid in general, hasn't really made Nintendo all that much money. And even though it's considered one of their big franchises, it's not the biggest. As a matter of fact, I don't think it really has ever been even close to being the biggest. Because it's got a different audience, especially because it's about, it's a space and shooting, and it's got a different kind of feel to it.
I never played any of the Metro Primes.
Yeah. Well, Metroid in general, you could have played like a 2D Metroid, and that would have counted as well. I'm just saying Metroid.
I'm saying, like, I never, like you said, like, I never played any of them.
See, now, I did. I played part of Metroid Prime 3, and then I watched the rest of it just because I didn't have time to play it, and my Wii got stolen. So I still have the game, though. But I played all through 1 and 2. And man, those games were really, really fun and really, really good. The story is kind of non-existent. Like, the story is kind of there's not really a narrative or anything like that. You're just kind of going through the world and kind of learning, and you're experiencing the game or the world through Samus's eyes. and you're scanning, and you learn the world through exploration, basically. Anyway, to just kind of the fact that they released a trailer for Metroid Prime 4, even though it's super early, because literally it just said game in development. Just game in development. They didn't say anything else. Normally, man, I would have been like, why did you guys even do that? Why did you guys release that? But in this instance, this was needed. Because everybody was like, Nintendo, you've left us in the dark with the Metroid games. Now, they could have done another thing, just release the return of Samus's Return, which is a remake of the second game. And they could have just done that and left Metroid Prime out. You know what I mean? But it still would have been like, okay, but what about for the Switch? What about for the console you're trying to announce? So for them, I think like this was a very good move. Now, there's other games, man. Like for example, like GTA 6, you're not gonna hear anything about that for a while.
That's not even in consideration, I think.
Yeah, no, there's no reason. If they were to release a GTA 6 like teaser with no gameplay at all, just like a logo, what would be the point of that?
I guess what you're saying is like the teasers are a great way to announce that we're going to be working on this.
I don't believe in. I don't normally agree with just telling us that you're making a game. Just tell us you're making the game.
Well, it's like, that's things like GTA 6 is kind of hard because that's not a thing being talked about at all. But a good example of like we don't know anything is the Evil Within 2 game that they showed.
So now that was a surprise, and we're getting it this freaking year. But everybody was like, "Oh, it's rumored," but it didn't get a negative effect. Now, I guess I don't know. Like if you're announcing it early, it kind of allows people to see what you plan on working. You know what I mean? What games you're planning on releasing. And whether it's like a trailer or an actual gameplay, it shifts the topic from why don't they make this? Why don't they do this? To when are they? And what are they? Like, what is it going to be like and everything? And that can be a positive thing or it can be a negative thing because if it's too far into the future, it allows for people to speculate, man, and for it to create like, oh, I don't know, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, and that. I mean, any kind of reception, I guess you always hear it's good. Any reception is in general just reception, and that's good. Any kind of, talking about the games or discussing the games is good or is not bad or good. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like they're glad for that to be happening. But I don't know. I feel like it could turn negative. Like. I don't know that there is a solution for this because I think it applies to games differently. For example, the fact that like Kingdom Hearts was being made, we all knew it was. Like, there's no way they were never going to make Kingdom Hearts 3. But did they really need to announce it this far along?
Or announce it every year to show that it's not coming out?
To show that it's coming out and it's still being worked on. Why do you need to have the conversation be about Kingdom Hearts right now when you can have a very focused conversation with an actual gameplay trailer and then saying coming this year?
Yeah.
Like the effects could be the same. But right now people are they can scrutinize the game and just completely talk about it, and then just it can get a negative idealization, or there's just more room for the game to have a negative reception, whereas it may have come so fast if they would have announced it, just like, hey, Kingdom Hearts 3 coming this year, holy crap, and boom, they're just it's out. You know what I mean? Instead of having to wait all these years, like, and I know they're not going to release it next year.
Yeah.
And they're still going to release another trailer, and it's going to be like, okay, but why all this? Just tell us when it's coming out, and then shut up about it. That's what I think. That's what I think it should happen. Tell us if you want to tell us you're making the game. Fine. I don't need to see a trailer of you telling us that. Just make the game, and then when it comes out, when you're ready to show us what the game really is, and you're ready to release it that year, man, I'll be happy. I'll be happy to see that.
Yeah.
But I just hate these long wait times, man. That's just like, why did you even announce that? I mean, dude, Last Guardian was like that. It just like kept going on and on about it for no reason at all. What did that turn into? Just a normal game. It was nothing that you could say like was it worth waiting 10 years for.
Whoa.
What the heck?
For that one, it was like they were gonna announce it, and then it got delayed, and then it just became
a delay storm.
A super delay storm. Where by the time it came out, they're like, "This would have been fantastic on the PlayStation 3."
I just don't think that company should do that, man. I think it's a very bad practice for them to announce trailers early.
Yeah.
For games that won't come out for years, and Sony is notorious for that, man. They're constantly announcing like the whole lineup this E3 was like same games they announced last year.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so
it was different.
So when are they coming out? Oh, it's still not coming out? Okay, well, thank you for that. What the heck?
Yeah.
You know? Like, great. I'm glad that you're showing us that you have games to give us, for PS4 owners.
Well,
I'm glad
it's one of those, like, I saw a lot of them are repeat, like Sony's, and it was just a lot of repeat of last year. But they had more footage, and it's like, this game looks done. What else do you need to do? I mean, you keep showing more footage. Is it done? Because if you have this much done, just go. But if you're just like, what else are you looking for? More sales? That's what I think is like, they must be looking for more sales, something to get it pumped up. But like, they did that for Days Gone and God of War.
And I wonder if a lot of this has to do to raise interest.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be.
Because if you don't market it enough, but why not do a focused year of marketing?
That's what E3 is.
Yeah, but E3 is done. If you do it, you do it. Like, they could do a very focused 1 year of marketing and release it that year. Come January, boom, Spider-Man doesn't release until the fall. Check this gameplay out. The whole year, it's talk about that game, Spider-Man. And it's going to be awesome, and you're going to be able to do this, and you can't wait. Your anticipation is coming, and then it releases, and you get it. But a lot of these games, that doesn't happen, man. A lot of these games, just like, you show it, cool, man, tell me when it's coming out. That's how I feel. All right, tell me when it's out, because I really don't know what else to think about this. Like, it looks great. I can't play it. I don't even have a demo. I don't have a demo. I don't have anything. I can't really... I can't enjoy what you're showing me because I don't have it.
They basically need to stop creating teasers.
These huge gaps, man. These gaps and
if they can stop with teasers, stop with cinematic trailers, and just do real trailers of the actual gameplay of what you have. Because if you can show that means you're pretty close to the end. So.
Actually, and cinematic trailers can be cool, but it also kind of deters.
I'm tired of them. I'm done with cinematic trailers.
And let me hear you. Let me tell you this. I hear you because I understand why you're tired of them, because they don't show what the game is going to be like at all. And it actually, it can, if not taken the right way, it can make you feel like, why isn't it like this?
Yes. That's what it always comes down to. Every time you want the cinematic version of what you saw over anything, because that's what got you. That's what hooked you in. And it did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Right, exactly.
And teasers just get you hyped up. That's all they're designed for.
Right.
But when I see them now, it's like, get the fuck out of here with the fucking teaser. I got enough things to talk about and worry about. I do not want to talk about a 10-second clip where you announce the fucking title and don't even show me anything on the game until 6-7 months later. You just wasted
so this
my
is
time.
Something that you just had like worked up inside.
Yeah, done with that. Like, give me an actual gameplay trailer and I'll judge it from there. If you don't like what it said about it, it was like, that means you're probably not gonna like the game, and that is the best. That's nothing wrong with that. Like, you are not wasting your time. They're being honest with their work. There's nothing wrong with all that. But I am just tired of teasers, and I'm tired of cinematic trailers. I want gameplay. I want to see what the game's gonna be like. Well,
I mean, it could actually, to be honest, man, it can hurt a game to be announced that early. It can create a false hope.
Oh yeah.
And, and ideas.
No Man's Sky.
Dude, one game that seriously was not even what everybody made it out to be because it took so long.
And we got these and they weren't even real footage. So that's another thing. That wasn't gameplay footage. So what people were excited for didn't exist.
Yeah.
So it's
it's awful. It's just awful, man. It's just an awful practice.
Yeah.
An exceptional way to do it the way it's been, man. Bethesda I love the way they do their stuff lately. Since Fallout 4, they've just been on point with the way they release their content. Hey, check this out. By the way, it's coming this year. Boom.
Yeah.
Dude, every single freaking game that was announced, literally, is coming this year.
Bethesda's kill death ratio is 100%.
Wow,
for
that's too much,
for
actually.
releasing
a
game
too much.
and then the
stop.
actual
No,
release
you need
date.
to stop right now.
No, dude, this is the truth, man. You can't handle the truth. Bethesda has done a great job of announcing and releasing, and it's so well that people go, "Oh, when you announce a game within the 6 months of it being released, you Bethesda'd it," which is a great thing. Where
never heard of that. Is that a thing?
Yeah. When
you're making that
exactly what you're wanting is a Bethesda thing, where they talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's just it's crazy how good they've gotten pretty good at that. And I really hope that other companies please look at this and take away from the way some of these companies release their games. No need for you to tell us that you're making it in the next 3 years.
Yeah, if we want to
I don't
play
need to
it,
know
we'll
that.
play
I just
it.
don't need to know that. Yeah.
Don't sell me.
Yeah, exactly.
On a
It doesn't help.
Yeah.
You know what it is though, man, and what the reasoning, I don't think it will ever change. And I think it's just stockholders and shareholders that just want their, they want to make sure that, well, you got these games, why don't you release a little something, that way, people get excited about it.
It's always down to
they don't
the
understand.
publisher
They
and
don't
the
understand
marketer.
the industry or something, or they don't understand, or it's just waste for them to make money.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I think it's more expensive. I think it would be more expensive. I don't know much about the monetary side, but I would think it's more expensive to fund a marketing campaign that lasts 3 years than one that lasts a year.
That's a whole other field. I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because it's closer, like you have to do more. I have no idea. But I don't see Bethesda going crazy with their marketing campaign, and they only talked about it in E3.
Bethesda does their own marketing,
Well, they just, I don't know. They, like I said, I don't feel like they spend as much as other companies may on a long period span. Also, EA does a pretty good job too. Like they're not talking about games they're not going to be releasing soon. Even though they do tease them, they don't really their focus is on their games that are coming out that year, and that's it. And then there's other games coming because they kind of release their portfolio early, but they're not constantly showing you those trailers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Sony is one of those things where okay, people are, oh, well, we're gonna have this, we're gonna have that. Yeah, in 3 years, man. In 3 years, we're gonna have a lot of games that are also gonna be just as great on Xbox, on PC.
Yep.
But you're still focused, you're still living on games that were announced 3 years ago. I don't know. That's crazy. It's just weird to me that's the way they do this. That's the way that they go about doing that. Yeah. Same with Nintendo, man. It's very rare that they release a game early, a tease early. They may talk that it may be in the works. Actually, Pokemon, they just did that with Pokemon, where all the guy did was he was barely it looked like he was drawing the character that's going to be in Pokemon. He was just starting to think about it.
Yeah.
It's oh, by the way, we've been working on it, but I'm
since
yesterday.
This morning.
Yeah. I decided to start drawing for it, so there you go.
Yeah.
But that was a little weird, to be honest. I don't understand why, but again, I think Switch is just trying to sell.
Yeah.
Which is why they're doing that. But Sony already sold, so I don't know what their whole idea is. They're selling the highest, so
they got it down. Sony, stop fucking up the whole system and do it right.
That's all I got, man. I really don't like. It's just an annoyance, and I really think that it needs to change.
Yeah.
But who knows?
True that, man.
I don't think that there's really anything positive to releasing a trailer early,
Yeah.
Even if they would have waited with Metroid Prime, people would have bought a Switch then if they wanted to play it.
Yeah, exactly. In the
You know
end,
what I'm
in
saying?
the end, you can do as much marketing as you want, but you know, if you know about the game and you want to know more,
and then they would have bought the other games for it because they bought a Switch. Now they want to buy other games. Well, those games would have been out, and they would have bought Mario. They would have bought, they would have bought all these other games because they have it now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're trying to make people jump on the bandwagon, so they also buy the games that are out now while they're waiting for it. Yeah, I can see how that's a pretty smart move.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, yeah. How do you guys feel about teasers, trailers, and cinematic bullshit?
What's the worst offender for you? Like, what's the worst one for me? I think it's Kingdom Hearts.
It's what?
By far, I hate Kingdom Hearts. I hate it. I hate that Square is just doing that.
For me, it's teasers in general.
No, but what's like your worst offender? Like, what's the one that you just hate? Teasers. No, is there one that you just hate?
No, dude, I'm telling you, teasers in general. It doesn't matter what the game is. If I see a teaser, it pisses me off. It's just stupid. I hate teasers. There's no information on teasers. Like, get the fuck out of here. So teasers get me going. I don't.
And cinematic trailers for you.
Cinematic is like they get me pumped up and excited, but a teaser will piss me off because there's nothing in a teaser. Get out of here. Okay. If it's less than 30 seconds, get the fuck out of here.
All right. Well, that's it, man. If you guys, let us know what the worst freaking one is for you. Like I said, for me, it's Kingdom Hearts 3. Tweet at us at XPression Player. Email at XPressionPlayers@gmail.com. And like, subscribe. See ya, I guess.
And yeah, talk to you guys later. Oh shit, there's other guys in the car. Oh shit.